sense, I might pay you. Make it make sense, I might pay you.
Make it make sense, come on, make it, baby. Make it make sense, come on, make it make sense, come on, make it, baby. Make it make sense, come on, make it.
What's good, y'all? Let's Make Sense of It podcast. We are back for another week. And like we always say,
the truth you don't want, but you definitely need it.
You definitely need it. I go by the boy Vince.
And I'm Ed.
And we are back again. Like always, follow us on Instagram. Let's Make Sense of It _. Let's Make Sense of It _. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button as we slowly approach 700 subscribers. We definitely appreciate that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And on your listening platforms, make sure you subscribe, listen, like, share, follow, everything. All of that on your listening platforms. Leave a review. It's definitely appreciated. So this week, we're gonna start. We're gonna overall topic this week. I guess we would put it as identifying and unlearning toxic traits. So everything that we talk about along those lines, it might have a little toxicity in there. Is that a word? Might have a little bit of toxicity in there. But first, we're gonna start with the overall topic. I have a bunch of toxic traits that I found that I'm just going to write that I wrote down, and we're going to go through one by one. Whether you're on the side that's doing this or you're the side that's receiving this, we're going to go over each one of them. So let's start with this way: manipulation. Now, whether you're the person that's manipulating or whether you're the person that's being manipulated, let's start there. How does somebody unlearn how to be a manipulative person?
What?
If
that's
possible.
not even a thing. Nobody unlearns that.
Or what about a person that's been manipulated? How do they?
You got to learn what manipulation you going to accept and not accept. And when I say that, because a lot of y'all going to be like, what the fuck you mean? Ain't nobody accepting manipulation. Shit. Listen, there are certain times where somebody can have a conversation with you or they have a way with their words and you don't even know that you're being manipulated. Sometimes you will do things and you don't even know that somebody manipulated you into doing those because you just feel like it was just a common thing, like your body just went with it or your mind just went with it. You didn't even notice it. So you can't unlearn how to be manipulative, but you can learn how to dissect what you're not going to deal with and what you are going to deal with.
Right, because people be in relationships, whether it's guy or girl, they be in relationships. They'll be getting manipulated the whole time and not even realize it.
Yeah.
Same for friendships too. It's a lot of people that think they have friends and that's not really your friend. They just manipulating the shit out you.
You know one of the biggest ones? Parents. How many of y'all kids out here give y'all the lip, the sad eyes, the tears, or whatever case may be, y'all just fall apart like fucking glue? It's called manipulation because they want exactly what you're gonna give them. So if your baby is crying, constantly crying, you know they don't want anything but for you to pick them up, because as soon as you pick them up, they stop crying. Right. What do you call it? Manipulation. Regardless if your baby can't put two words together, it doesn't matter. It's still a form of it. That's why I said you allow what you're gonna allow, and then you don't allow what you're not gonna fall through with.
Right. You ever see the show? You ever see the show Catfish? I never see that. You ever see the show? So people get manipulated on there all the time, and sometimes you be like, "How?" Not even seeing a person, but I seen a recent episode, and she was actually an older lady. She was getting manipulated, but she didn't realize that she wasn't talking to a real person. Like the dude. It was actually pretty funny when I was watching it. Like she said she actually seen his face. Well, when the thing popped up, the bull was whoever the other person bull, he had the camera and he would zoom in on the thing and it would talk for a little bit, then it would freeze and then it would cut off. So she thought she was actually talking to that person. So it's amazing how, like, no matter the age, no matter what, people get manipulated out here, and it's sad to say, but people 9 times out of 10 people don't even realize that they're being manipulated. But that's one thing. You have to identify that you're being manipulated first before you can fix the problem. That's the thing. That's the key to it. Self-centered.
Come on.
How
do you think you unlearn being self-centered?
I don't know. This is why you're identifying the problem first. And then
this is our 12-step program to not be toxic.
Absolutely.
Identify the issue.
We didn't say it was gonna be easy.
So I don't know if you can unlearn being self-centered. Like I guess eventually you just grow out of it. Some people don't. They are just self-centered.
What you got, Ant? Go ahead.
I think something has to happen. Like, if somebody has a lot going on, or they think the world revolves around them, they gotta get put in their ass.
Yeah, that's a good one.
If they come across somebody that, like, they not going for they usual, like, oh, it's my way or the highway. They gotta come across that person or a situation that basically bruise their ego, or
Right.
something that, like,
it's not always about you.
yeah,
That's a good one.
It's never by choice then.
you gotta be forced.
It's never by choice to unlearn being self-centered. Somebody forces you into that predicament.
But the problem is, and that's why we're going over these, people don't even know that this is something like that's even something that's toxic. People just think that's something that's normal. Like, I'm supposed to be the center of attention. You're supposed to do this for me. Whole time they don't even realize that the world don't revolve around you. Well, no matter what you say, you can say that. Especially when you're in a relationship.
Child.
This is 50-50.
Some people were raised that way. Some people were raised that way.
Probably
Like
was a single child. Or, probably was not single child. They probably were the only child.
Sometimes it'd be like the youngest child or the oldest child. They grew up. You can grow up in a family of 10 kids, and sometimes you still get one out of that bunch that feel like, the universe was created around them.
Yeah, well,
So
it's not.
Yeah, you can't. It's not an unlearned thing on your own. That's usually like forced into a situation because, like Aunt said, somebody set fire to your ass for you to see that this is, a problem.
All right. Then the next two, they kind of go hand in hand: controlling and difficulty managing your anger.
Child,
If you're old enough, you supposed to that anger issue shit.
don't even bring in old enough. Ooh, don't even bring in old enough because it don't even matter with age. Like, people are out here, they're still so angry and they think that it's okay and they don't want to get help for it. They just out here mad at the world and they take it out on everybody else. And there are people that are very controlling because they have to have everything a certain way. And it's like a sense of being in them that they have to be in control of every situation.
Right. People like that, you got to watch out for though, because they're all right. So how do unlearning that particular behavior? First, get therapy. Number one, let's start there. You too old to be out here acting like a fool. You 35, you 40, you 45, you still throwing temper tantrums. It's about time you get it together. Like that's not something we're doing, especially if you're in a relationship. But some people come from relationships where they were allowed to talk to people a certain type of way and they thought that was acceptable behavior.
Ooh.
And then you come across somebody, you're like, oh, who's you talking to?
As soon as you raise your voice, who the fuck are you talking to?
Yeah, I don't know what you did in your previous relationship, but this is not going to fly in this relationship. Either you can stay or you can go. You're not, especially if you're older and especially if you just came from a toxic situation and they bring that toxic energy. Nah,
You can get the fuck out.
yeah, we're not doing that.
It will not be nice. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, definitely not doing that at all. Passive aggressive. Being passive aggressive. I don't even know the exact definition of being passive aggressive, but I guess it's like giving a slight hand. It's like giving a slight hand compliment, but on the backhand at the same time. He must have some of these traits.
I'm very passive aggressive.
Oh man,
I be really breaking shit down to a science, yo. I swear. Yo, it's the tone of voice. Cause you be saying you can say something, but your tone of voice giving different energy.
All right. So I get that because I'm like that sometimes. I get it. I get it. Like, it's like you making a point, but it's the way you. All right, I understand what you're saying there. So that would be considered passive
You tell
aggressive.
somebody they're attractive, but the tone of your voice is like
It's not matching your energy or what you said.
energy. Like being nonchalant or somebody something as somebody's looking for somebody's questioning you or trying to get an answer out of you or trying to get you to express something, and then when you finally express it, it's not to their liking.
Right.
So they're like, why you not giving me the energy that I'm looking for? Nah, this is just how I'm coming off. You just want certain energy, but
They back to wanting to be self-centered. Back to wanting to be self-centered. Now this is actually one that I just threw in there as like a bonus. Makes jokes out of everything.
Oh, that. I don't think that's toxic.
You don't think so? If
No.
nothing serious, if you just joking all the time, like you trying to have a serious conversation with somebody, like you dead ass serious, and then they just want to laugh at everything.
No,
you
I
wouldn't
don't
find it
think
disrespectful.
I don't think that's toxic because people that do that type of stuff, it's a coping mechanism.
Yeah, a lot of comedians do that.
A lot of people can't have a serious conversation without trying to make light of the situation because it's just not. It makes them uncomfortable. So they rather joke about everything and everything like that to avoid that feeling uncomfortable and having to face whatever they're talking about or dealing with head on. So I rather make a joke about it. I rather laugh about it, and you looking at me sideways. Why you laughing about your grandmama in the hospital? It's just like because I don't want to deal with the stress or the uncomfortability I have of knowing that she's in the hospital and anything can go wrong or right. It's always a scale while she's in there. So I don't think that's not a toxic behavior. You can unlearn that, but it takes a lot. It takes somebody having to deal with their dealing with their emotions and a lot of things head on. And a lot of people don't want to do that.
No,
They rather not. They rather avoid it.
We say it all the time. People don't want to deal head on with their problems. Want to go feet first. They want to go arms first. Everything,
I
but head
dip a
on.
toe in this.
Yeah, exactly. Dip a toe in this water. Don't want to dip into the shallow water. They just want to say just a little bit here, just a little bit there. Comedians do that a lot though when it comes to like making jokes out of everything. Like somebody might have died. They be like, oh, is this too soon?
Yeah.
This and that.
That's what makes them funny.
I feel like I could do that, but not to. Like, I feel like it would just turn all the way bad. Think I'm a joke. Think this is a joke. Like, no, I'm just laughing. You ever laugh at the wrong time? Like,
all the time?
plenty of times you laughed at the wrong time. Like this was not the time to be laughing. But hey, what else I got? All right, I think that's all of those. So let's go. Let's get into some stuff here. All right. I know he ain't gonna want to answer this one. So, chick said, you might have seen a clip. She said you shouldn't or you don't/shouldn't have to have sex with a guy, or you don't or shouldn't have to spend money on a guy to have sex with him. If you want to have sex, just have sex with him.
On a guy?
With a guy.
Oh.
You didn't see that clip?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
that's a good one because you always see it the other way around.
Yeah, she basically said if she wanted to have sex with a guy, she said, why do we have to pay me money? Like we could just have sex. She's like, I don't have to expect nothing out of that. Like if I want to have sex with him, if she wants to have sex, like that's how they want to go.
You want to know the fucked up part about that is because a female making that type of statement, other females will look at her like, oh, you just a pick me type bitch. Like, no, she's a grown ass woman. Like, why do I have to make this prostitution in order for me to get my rocks off?
And that's pretty much along the lines of what she was saying. She said, why does it have to be
like,
always?
If I'm fucking with a nigga or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna take myself out of the relationship bubble for a second. If I'm fucking with a nigga and I just want to fuck him, that's it. I don't want to do nothing else. I wouldn't really have to have conversations after that. It's just about the arrangement, what we doing. Go about your business afterwards. Then why can't I do that and be perfectly fine with it? Why do it have to be an exchange between me and him? Because if he with it and I'm with it, it's between me and him. It ain't between us and the fucking world.
And that's exactly what she said. But of course, you had women saying, if you agree with this, just unfollow me.
I'm not understanding. So wait, do I have to give him something, or he has to give me something for me to have sex with him?
You have to give each other nothing. She was basically saying, you ain't got to give each other. Listen, you just. You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to do what y'all trying to do. And
I mean, if you text me and say I'm hungry, like I went to Europe.
she only said to start off. Like she didn't say that down the line that she wouldn't accept money or anything. But she's saying why automatically he has to give me money for me to want to fuck him. If I just want to fuck him, she said she's just going to fuck him.
Yeah, girls are both like that.
See?
That's just kind of how society is. Just if it's more so like. Everything, people won't look at it like this, but a lot of people will look at it whereas if a woman is interested into a guy, if he got money, that's the only reason why she's interested, because that's kind of what he shows, or that's what it looked like his lifestyle is. And a guy that look like he ain't flexing, ain't got no money. Oh, I ain't got fucking for no check.
It's funny because the guys that be flexing like they got the money.
They cheap.
I'm about to say, most of the time they be cheap, or
sometimes they cheap. They ain't giving you shit.
Or they probably don't even have the money. They got all the shit on, but they ain't got nothing else to.
They flex you to get into your drawers, and then as soon as they got it,
Salty, you ain't getting nothing.
They
Straight for
you can't even get a regular Uber ride. They give you an Uber pool home.
died. Not the Uber pool, yo. Died. She sounded like this happened before.
I'm just saying.
You
like,
got Uber pool?
Oh no, I do shit at my house.
I was about to say, you got Uber pool.
Ain't nobody got time for me. You ain't putting me the fuck out of nowhere. You coming over my shit and then leaving after that. Thank you very much. But
Why we actually question off of that? That it's funny you said that. So, how would I ask this question? So, when somebody spends the night, how do you probably kick them out the house?
if you don't want them to spend the
Yes. Well, no. If they spend the night, y'all did what y'all did, and you like, all right, they gotta go now. Like the drunkenness wore off, and like you trying to get them out the house, but they want to stay, cook breakfast, all that other shit.
No, you gotta go.
No.
Do you just tell? Oh, go ahead.
Let us know what's going on. How do you do it?
Okay, so if somebody spent the night over my house, if like me and him, did what we did the night before, and like we just passed out afterwards. So I'm going to sleep, you go to sleep, wake up the next morning, and she's just like, all right, like
You just all right.
it's like, what you doing? It's like, what you doing? They be like, oh, you don't want breakfast? Like, you trying to go to breakfast? Like, no, I'm not. No, we gonna cook breakfast. No.
What if they
Nah.
Go ahead. Go.
I don't want you to cook breakfast. You can go.
We're not talking about stay the night and the morning after. That's kind of like a given. You not staying here
So are you saying like when they try to stay the night?
and you don't want
And
them
you
to.
don't want them to.
Oh, we have to establish that before the fuck you lay down. So I don't, because after sex I'm going to sleep.
Well, they might be trying to go to sleep too.
No, go to your house. Go to your
You
house.
gotta go to your house. All right. What if you at their house and you said you got tired?
I ain't never been that part. I've never been in
all
that
right.
predicament. So I
Well,
couldn't
see, you
say.
different. You
I'm
different
sorry.
than you different than most
So
chicks
you
though.
never.
I never went over a guy's house to have sex. He came over my house.
That's wild.
I've been on my own since what, 19? I've been in my own shit since I was 19. Never had went over a guy's house.
So I
to
guess
have sex.
yeah.
Went to a hotel that he got, sure, but we both can sleep there because it's a hotel room. But when I had my own shit, you coming over my house.
All right. Well, hypothetically, if this did happen, what would you say? Like if you did stay over the guy's house, or he didn't want you to stay, pretty much. You just was there.
I would say, but it's all like an open line. But don't make yourself too comfortable either. Because a guy can be like, he can not say it at all because niggas are good for that. They won't say anything or whatever case may be, and then try to play you, and now they talking about you. They kicked you the fuck out 2:00 in the morning or whatever case may be.
You gotta spend the night bag.
Yeah, you gotta spend the night bag. Like, first of all, don't pack your spend the night bag for just any nigga. That is stupid. That is the dumbest shit ever. Why are you packing toothbrushes? You just met this nigga. Like, you packing toothbrushes and all this other shit. Like, if you get down like that, if you got your little, like, your little, I would say your medicine bag. We wouldn't call it one of those. Like, you might got a toothbrush to watch, brush your teeth a little bit. You want to get whatever that is out your mouth. And you might got a rag just to freshen yourself up with before you leave out. I don't know. Females are different.
She said she love it here.
Don't get too comfortable at a nigga's house and you just met him or you just going over his house. Like, why do you have to spend a night bed? Or it's the second time that y'all linking up. Why you got to spend a night bed?
I don't know. Sometimes, hey man, listen. Sometimes the woman mind thinks different than sometimes.
Unless that nigga said it was okay for me to spend a night, I'm not packing a bag. After we do what we do, after this exchange, I'm leaving.
I'll give you this one. So either you spend the night, he spends the night, whatever. You sleep in the morning, he just dips out. You don't say nothing. Would you feel it way?
No. Did he leave money on the counter?
If he just dipped out, like you just was like you wouldn't feel no type of way, or especially if you was feeling them, you wouldn't feel no type of way.
Now, if you was feeling them, that's one thing.
Like he just came.
If you was feeling them and it's like, well, damn, like you could have like, or like even if he didn't want to wake you up, like at least he sent the message when he got in his car, like, yo, I had to dip in the morning, I didn't want to wake you up.
He ain't do none of that. He just
he ain't do none of that, and you was feeling him like that's like a hurt piece. Like that should be like, well, damn.
If he
like,
just ghosted you, like
you gonna feel like a hoe after that, because you gonna be like, well, damn, he just left. He ain't say shit to me now. I feel like a hoe. Even though he ain't leave me no money, I feel like, I feel real cheap.
It's toxic behavior.
You got. I feel like for niggas, if we doing that, there's a couple ways to kind of do it. Me and my homies, we got something called 911.
What the fuck?
Shit.
No.
Yeah,
See, he
911,
got a
bro.
lot of nigga friends, and dang.
Yeah, 911, bro. And then that should be like, yo, bro, I need you to come get me. Yeah, what?
I think most niggas, a lot of niggas, there's a lot of single, especially a lot of single niggas out here. They
Put
probably
him on speaker. Yo, bro, I need you right now. Yo,
so you got the nigga that fuck it up
right now, bro. So got to exit. Yo, I need you to come right now. Damn, right now, bro. I'm a little tired. No, bro. I need
the right now boys. Hey, the right now boys. Yeah, go me right now. Hey, the right now boys.
know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, what? Can I call you an Uber? Yeah.
Dying, not the.
Is she still at your house? Oh my God.
Not the. Can I call you Uber? Can I call you Uber? She be like, can I stay? No.
Can I just wait for you to come back? No.
You got to
You gonna
go.
come back and get me?
No.
No, I probably hit you up tomorrow, later on in the week or something. Like
all right.
I'll let you know though.
let you
See,
know what happened.
that's when you bring the crazy out of some women though.
Yeah.
You be like, dang, he ain't calling me back. You just thought I was just this and that. Now they want to talk to you. Now they talking to you all crazy. Now you ain't shit, nigga. It's a lot going on there. A lot going on there. Let me make sure this one. Why can't some people be happy without a relationship?
Cause you answer that, Vince.
Well, obviously one, because they're not happy with themselves. I already knew you was going to say that. That's the obvious answer. But outside of not being happy with themselves, what would be another reason why because some people feel as though they can't be alone. They need to have that attachment to somebody else.
That's the main reason. If somebody is not happy or doesn't feel satisfied without a relationship, they don't want to be alone. Or I would say this: some people really enjoy being in relationships. Like some people are okay being alone, but they really enjoy the feeling of being in a relationship,
the constant.
the comfort, everything like that, the consistency of it, the safety of it. They feel good in a relationship. Like, some people not built for this single world at all. Some people is just like I'm not built for this shit. Like, I don't want to constantly go on dates. I don't want to be juggling niggas or bitches. Like, I don't want to constantly be trying to figure out who right for me, who playing me.
Right.
Some people just want one person that they can argue with and make up with.
Some people have been committed for so long. Like, how many relationships you seen? They've been together since high school. They've been together their whole 20s. They've been together when you young, all of that, and they just feel as though like they break up with this person, like they feel like they have to be committed to somebody because they feel like they're missing out on something or someone. They don't want to be alone. Some people get real lonely, get lonely when they're alone, pretty much. Like,
yeah, like after a while, shit, that single life be like, so like when you want to go on a random date, you got to figure out which nigga you calling.
Yeah, you just can't be going to.
You can't go on a random date with.
You can't go to
all the niggas you talking to. It's like,
man, you ain't got no +1.
Yeah.
You just every place somebody go, they gotta have a +1. You ain't got no +1. You taking your cousin, your best friend.
Child,
you taking.
I was good for that. I was definitely calling my cousin.
The third wheel?
Because you want to go to a party? You right.
You ever find it awkward being a third wheel back when you were single?
I hated being a third wheel. I used to be a third wheel to my best friend when we was younger. I hated that shit with passion. I used to be like, this shit is corny. Or you be a third wheel to a friend and then like they meet a guy and then they friend, then the guy that they with got a friend and he ugly as shit and then you gotta sit there.
You ever had to take one for the team?
Yo.
Yeah. She said, yo.
That shit is that, and this is before like cell phones was really big, like internet, social media, all that. It was like we had MySpace, but it wasn't like
you ain't put him in his, you ain't put him in your top 5.
I ain't put him in the top nothing. You sit on that end of the couch, I'm gonna sit on this end of the couch.
Damn, that's a bad job though.
We can watch TV, but don't come over here.
Damn, that's a bad job. When you got to take a bad one for the team, that's.
The only time it was good being a third wheel is when it was like perks, like if your friend was dating like a tattoo artist, or your friend was dating a bartender, or your friend was dating the boy that promote all the parties.
You got a tattoo for free. You got a free drink. You get free drinks. You just out here.
I had it all.
It's funny. It's funny. It's funny. All right, so we gonna lead into the next question because that was a big thing this week. I don't know if you've seen a video of the chick. She was out. It was her birthday, I believe, and it was the guy, and it was all her girlfriends. And it was the guy and all her girlfriends, and she got mad because he didn't pay for all of the girlfriends. So the question is, what should be the proper way to pay when you go out with friends? Not even just friends. It's gonna be two separate things, but with friends and with that. So we going. This is gonna be a good one here. So you go first.
So the proper way, if your nigga took you out for your birthday, and this is how it's gonna go. Did he invite your friends along to go? If he invited your friends along to go because it's your birthday, did he tell you that he was paying for all your friends? Is he the type of nigga to pay for you and all your friends? No? Okay then. You set yourself up for failure telling your friends that he was gonna pay for it and they could order what the fuck they want to.
Who told her to tell the friends that he was paying for it?
This is what I'm saying. Bitches run their mouth a lot. They'll start running their mouth. And it's my birthday. Oh, it's my birthday. My nigga taking me to, we'll say Steak 48. My nigga taking me to Steak 48 and da-da-da. And I'm just like,
we ain't paying for no friends in that.
But you thinking about it like, what man, unless this nigga is like that nigga, what man is paying for all you and all 10 10 of your friends to go to Steak 48.
A dinner for 2 at Steak 48, you close to 4. So you talking about 5 friends.
I went out with 3 other friends. Our
What?
bill came to $700. $700. First of all, I am not a cheap bitch. So if I'm going to Steak 48, I'm gonna do this.
We gonna
shit,
spend
right?
some money.
I'm gonna spend some fucking
If
money.
if I'm going to a steakhouse,
But
I wanted to go to that steakhouse. I knew what the prices was. Don't
Right.
try to have a steakhouse budget and you
But-
don't got that budget. Number
this-
one, but this don't have nothing to do with the friends. Like the friends who told I'm not paying for your friends. All right, it's different if it's just you and it's her. All right, I'll give you that. I'll foot that bill if it's just the 2 of y'all. I'm not footing the bill for 5 people though. That's not
But
happening.
if he never said it, I would never open my mouth to say that.
True, but I think
we're going out for my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
My nigga will be there. That does not mean my nigga is coming out of pocket for all of y'all fucking hungry bitches.
yeah. What you ever had that happen, Ant?
Not happened to me, but I just went to Steak 48 and I spent about $350.
Nigga. Listen, you can spend that. You can spend it on appetizers. Keep it a bean with you. You just get an appetizer. Cause you know niggas go to steakhouses. You get the steak. You want to add this on. Anytime you see a menu, they don't got the prices on there. You know you going.
No.
What?
You know that.
You hit the market price. They hit you with the MP on that jump. Shit, you already know you're gonna spend some bread. But I feel as though if you plan that type of outing or birthday thing, it should have been automatically like known. Like, yo, y'all gotta. Whoever planned that, y'all pretty much should have knew. Like, y'all should have had a room. Number one, so it was a lot of y'all. So y'all had a table. Like y'all didn't think ahead. Like, all right, maybe get a room. It might be not cheaper, but y'all bills gonna be split up.
Cause you know what you feel like when you hear somebody say that they gonna pay for your food. Oh, I go order anything on the fucking menu. That's
Yeah,
the fuck
you start
I'm
doing
thinking.
dumb shit.
I go. You know what? What's your most expensive bottle of whiskey?
Yeah.
You don't even drink whiskey.
You doing
just
dumb
want
shit.
it. You
Let me
just
get
want it.
the top shelf whiskey. Nigga,
Let
you
me
been
get-
drinking.
Let me get 2 double shots of your most expensive
Yeah,
scotch.
yeah.
Bitch,
You know
you don't
them-
even know how to spell scotch.
Them steakhouse drinks be expensive. See, it's different. You got expensive taste. You say, I got expensive taste. I'm not paying for y'all. This ain't got. I got the money, but I'm not paying for you.
Grant.
This is a sidebar. No, but at Steak 48, the waiter talked me into getting a lemon drop martini with Casamigos.
See?
The best fucking thing I ever had.
$18.
Lemon drop. Yeah.
It was $22, but
See?
but it was
That
it
was the
good.
Casamigos they had
It
in
was
it.
fun. I had 2 of them. It was really good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah, you don't want to mess up a good night because you sitting there. First of all, it's just him. Number one, it's just him. So he probably was like, what are we doing? There was no other guys there. It was just him. So obviously he think it's just him and her. At what point did the friends come along? And at what point when the bill came, did he was like, oh, we're not doing that?
I'm pretty sure it was we going out for your birthday, like invite your friends. But I don't think it was a conversation to say I'm paying for all your friends.
All right, granted, that was really a skit.
Yeah, we know
That
that.
It was a
really
skit, yeah,
So
but
if
still.
that was real life
But if it was-
scenario, I think it would have went like she thought he was like, yo, he a get money kind of nigga and he be flexing anyway.
Right.
So, all right, I got me a good joint. All right, we go out to dinner. All my girls come, da-da-da. We didn't talk about how the bill was going to be broken up, but I'm assuming that, all right, you already doing X, Y, Z and blowing a bag with me already. You going to pay for the dinner bill too. Get to the dinner bill, he like, oh, I just got me and you. We never, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
she started going off. Hey, you should have figured out what kind of nigga you was dealing with before you got the dinner, baby. So,
That's the main
try, if like I said, if that was real life scenario, she calling him broke.
Yeah.
Oh, Clip, you just fucked
Yeah.
your bag
You
up.
can tell it wasn't a real life scenario because they was outside. So clearly the bill got paid. Now, when you out with your friends, how would you go about that?
cool. But I just saw this and I was just like, this is so a girl posted a video and she was like, well, I went out for my friend's birthday, yada yada yada. Me and my other friend, we didn't have money. We didn't have that much money. So at dinner time they was ordering this and the third girl was ordering lobster tails. Me and my friend, we shared the meal and we got a Coke and da because we wanted to save money for the clubs. They was in New York. So I say all that to say this: when you out with your friends, like you should know what type of friends you have. So if you and your friends are going to a restaurant, it should be already put into your head that you splitting that bill, however many ways that it is with your friends. Now, I say that to say this: if everybody at that table orders something moderately in the same price range, if you know everybody got one appetizer, one entree, and they might have got like 2 drinks that really wasn't that much, and then you have a motherfucker that's down there ordering top-notch liquor, they ordering
Like usual.
we go back to a steakhouse, they ordering, crab and lobster toppings on top of their steak, and they ordering extra appetizers, and they order a bottle of wine or champagne for the table. Like, they ordering that type of shit. Now, in that context, I would say that person should pay for they should put up more money because you spent a lot more. And that means that everybody at this table, I'm not saying everybody's cheap, but that means that now this bill is split different ways and we paying for all your extravagance and we didn't have that.
Right. Because one, you know the friend that hasn't been out to the steakhouse. Like you can tell right off the bat when you go to a certain place with certain friends, or if they might have brought a friend along, you be like, why you bring that person with you? Clearly they never been here before. They don't even know what they looking at. They don't know how to get the steak cooked. They don't know what size they want.
Yeah, well,
they doing all.
They
doing. I know you out here chewing the tire.
Roll the fuck up.
You out here chewing the tire. That's first of all. If you go out with if you going out with a certain amount of a certain friend or certain people, you know like how to carry it and you know how they probably carry it. So it's like y'all probably been out before. You know how to go about it. But if it's just some off the wall, like you said, they want to be ordering this, and this because sometimes people will say you only got to pay this $40 to split up the bill, you know, ahead of time. But then they get there and it's the one person that stuck in their mind only got to pay $40. So I'm gonna just pay this $40, but I'm gonna order a bunch of shit that you know is more than $40.
Moral of the story: stop going out to dinner with broke ass friends.
Absolutely.
Or be open with your friends too.
Stay in
like
your text, man.
if you like me and my friends are open enough to say like I'm broke, I ain't got it, so I'm not going.
Right.
I'm not about to go embarrass myself and sit at the table knowing damn well I can't afford the shit that I really want.
The problem is some friends like I got you, and then
I'm that friend. I'm that friend.
They be like, I got you. Yeah.
And that's fine. We are that way too, but to a certain extent. Like if me and my friends want to go to somewhere nice or whatever case to be, and I know how I like to eat and what I like, it might be one of those times like you say, all right, they be like, all right, I got you. Don't worry about it. You be like, all right, cool. I'll go out. You know, order what I want to order. We be good. Maybe certain times you be like, no, I don't even feel right doing it. Like I'm gonna just sit this one out. You know, whatever. Because I'll be quick if I want people to go out and I really want to have a good time. Then we ain't even worry about that. We'll check them pending transactions on Monday. It'll be okay.
Right. All right. Let's get into the 2 cent segment. This is actually fun. This is pretty. This statement right here was from a female. She said, "Some women are really more comfortable being a side chick than a girlfriend because men are more honest with women they know they don't have to commit to."
Y'all can answer that before I say something. We're gonna start with Ant.
Hey, what's your thoughts on that, man? some it says some women are really more comfortable being a side chick than a girlfriend because men are more honest with women they know they don't have to commit to.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. I be telling all my bitches the truth. I don't give the whole butt. I lie to all my personal bitches. Anybody that's like, I like, damn, I feel some type of way about this person. I'm lying. I ain't gonna cap. I'm one of them niggas. I'm lying. That's how that shit go. I'm lying for niggas like me. I'm protecting your feelings.
He's right about that though. I mean,
I'm protecting your
They always say you lie to the one you love. Not always. Not always. Let's not put that out there.
Let's go get a phone call.
Yeah, I need no type of phone calls. No,
phone call. Oh, really?
Like, damn, what happened to the podcast? I don't know. Vince was going. To the podcast. No, but sometimes they say that's true though. Like you lie to protect somebody's feelings because you care about them. As stupid as that may sound, it's true. You don't want to hurt their feelings. The person you really don't give the feelings 2 fucks about, or you know they can handle it or whatever. You just be like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you the truth. This is what it is, and then take it how you leave it. I mean, take it or leave it. I mean, what do you want me to say?
I got it down to a science. So
this better not be a sport. Another sport. If it is, make it football. I can follow it.
I'm referring back to what y'all talking about earlier about that manipulation and stuff like that. If you got a mouthpiece, and you know how to talk, you get whatever you want.
Gift the gab, baby.
Very much so.
Get whatever you want. Literally, you slinging dick. That shit good. Yo, I need some bread. I need this. I need.
He died. That's why niggas be out here. Niggas out here asking for bread.
I never had dick that good where nigga was like, I need some bread, and I was like, okay, here you go.
It's easy. If you really if you a likable person too.
Yeah, especially if you're a likable person, you can get away with a lot.
I had to slow down. I ain't gonna lie. I was really running wild at some point, so I had to.
He was wild in the field.
I was
Reggie
really
Bush
wild.
out this, y'all.
Like what? Like I ain't gonna lie. Like a couple of my homies showed me some shit, and I tried it, and I said, "Damn, this is what y'all niggas be doing." Yo, my man,
influences.
he was a finesser. Not that I was finessing, but if I needed some shit and I'm like, damn, you know what? I need help with this phone bill. You know what? I got like at least 5+ bitches, and they all send me $25. That's a nice beam 50 roll right
Man,
there.
he got
$25 is somebody can waste $25.
Facts.
So if I need a phone bill paid, I can say, damn, I need gas.
Somebody
and finesse some shit, be like, yo, can you give me 25 until like XYZ? You know what I'm saying? And when I get it back, I got you, or I just treat you to a date or some shit like that. Cool. That date might not be for like another 2 weeks though.
So he got
bro, my man used to have all his bitches give him like $100, and he went and bought Balenciaga.
Yo, that nigga's a fucking legend. He's a fucking legend right there. That nigga's a fucking legend right there.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about finesse? We finesse Mitchell out this young. You kidding me?
I mean, it's only but the crazy part about it is it's only weird because a man is saying it, because females do it all the time.
Right.
Well, probably not they probably don't split it between all the niggas. They probably like asking all the niggas for the same amount, but it's more than that. So if she really need $150, she asking all 5 niggas for $150.
That's crazy though. She really get the being 50 from everybody.
She not really gonna break it down to I'm gonna get 25.
Right.
Like no,
this
I
shit
want
like
$150 from him, and him.
That shit like a stock though. She asked all these dudes for $150. They all give her the $150. Now she up. She ain't had nothing.
The right bitch with a mouthpiece will get anything she want.
That's the key. The right one. The right one.
I'll ask for it, and if you tell me, I'll be like, oh, okay.
That's different.
But me saying okay. Me saying okay. Now you want to give it to me?
Now everybody asks for money. Now they're gonna be looking at you. They be looking at people like, do they really need this money? They're gonna give them the side eye. Do you really need this money?
What time of the month?
Because there's gonna be somebody watching this right now. They're gonna try this. That's the crazy part.
Watch y'all phones between.
Please.
I would say the 30th and the 30th of July and the 5th of August, because that is rent time, motherfuckers. So if somebody asking for some money around that time, they rent need to be
You messing
paid.
somebody's whole play up. They're like, damn, they giving away all my secrets. You messing up the whole play. You know what I'm saying? I got my whole bill. I told Lil Shorty to give me 200.
Mm-hmm.
And they got his whole rent paid. He ain't even put nothing out. That's fucking crazy. And along the lines of this one right here, it's funny. You just answered the question. It says a man is dating 2 women. He lies to one about this and is truthful with the other. Which relationship does he value more?
The one he lying about.
The one he lying about, right? Which is which is good.
I don't know.
What would you think if it was vice versa? If you was dating 2 guys and you lied to one and you told the truth to the other, which relationship are you valuing more?
Neither.
Really?
I guess neither.
Why not? Why neither though?
Lying to both of them.
You're lying to one and telling the truth, and telling the truth to the other. Which one are you valuing more? The guy that you're telling the truth to, or the guy that you're lying to? Because you're lying to him because you're probably trying to protect his feelings about something. But if you're being truthful for this person, you might not give a fuck about this person. Mm-hmm. So it's like that question depends.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you which one I would. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm lying to one of them to tell the truth to the other one. I mean, I could say that I don't value the one I lied to. But I'm just lying to him because I can.
True.
Yeah, I guess if you.
I don't have to lie to them, but I'm lying because I can, because they have nothing else to back it up on. But the person I'm telling all the truth to, I know I have something to lose with them. So they can't catch me in a lie because I tell them everything.
That's actually a good answer to that question right there.
Damn.
Yeah, actually a good one to say, because most guys will just say that the motherfucker that they being truthful to is just like, all right, what do I have to hide from? What am I hiding from?
How many guys are in relationships with females? They're in relationship for a long amount of time, and then they wind up having a mistress, side joint, whatever the case may be, and they leave their long time comfortable relationship for their side joint. And then, but you would say in the beginning of that, when they first started this whole thing, you care more about your wife or your long-term girlfriend more than your side joint, because you lying to your wife or your girlfriend, but you keeping it 100 with this one. But then you leave this one, you leave your comfort zone for this one because something over there is what you want. So do you start lying to her?
It's a lust. All right, so 2 things off of that. One, that actually goes back to the side chick thing. Some chicks, like you said, some chicks I heard they come to be a side chicks because 9 times out of 10. The side chick probably knows everything, and if she's like one of those side chicks that she's fine being in her position, she ain't gonna say shit. So she already know everything. So she already know everything about this nigga. So
the one I don't understand is, why would you be a side chick to a nigga and then when he leave his main girl
that was gonna be my next. Why do you think that's some nut ass shit right there? Never. That's you're gonna get bad karma that way. Never leave the chick that you with for the side chick that you was messing around with, because one, she knows all your secrets, she knows how you operate out here. You all you gonna do, and for that female, all that nigga's gonna do is do the same thing with you that he did with the last relationship. That's the problem.
Ain't that a Jay-Z lyric? Never
You don't think so?
Ain't that a Jay-Z lyric?
What?
Never leave the one that you loving for the one that you hugging, or some shit like
Never lead a what is it? Never lead a. Damn, I just drew a blank.
It's something
But
like
something
that,
along those
something
lines.
like that.
Go ahead. What was you about to say? You said no. You don't think so?
I feel like that person, if they did end up leaving their long-term relationship for a new person, that's because that's where they most comfortable at. Yeah, you telling that person everything, but that it's because you got comfortability there. I'm not telling somebody the truth if I don't feel comfortable.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. But sometimes people get too comfortable, and then that comfortability, you let your guard down. And then when you let your guard down, now that's when they strike.
Or guys get into a relationship with their side on because you told her so much of the truth.
Right.
Now you feel as
So
though when you in
connected.
that relationship or whatever case to me, you gotta watch her. Cause she know all your fucking ways. And you thinking that she gonna hop, skip, and jump to the next motherfucker. So now your main joint becomes somebody else's side joint.
But you know what's crazy? Like, I think dudes that do that, the chick that they end up getting with, they become the ones that become the insecure ones, which is the crazy part. Like, you was doing what you was doing with him. Now he's with you. Now you're being insecure. Like, you can't be insecure. You already knew what he was doing before.
Shouldn't have got with him.
You shouldn't have got with him. Now you looking over your shoulder, you stalking motherfuckers, you stalking his ex because you think he talking to the ex and all this other dumb shit.
If he go backwards, that's weird.
Yeah, if you do that, then you just,
was the purpose?
I don't even know what's happening there. Yeah, a lot going on there. Well, more to the story. Don't do dumb shit like that, man. Just stay single if you're gonna do it. Don't put yourself in these situations. You don't have to worry about that. How about that? That's the moral of that story. I mean, listen, some people are happy where they're at, and some people are never going to change. No matter how many times you talk to them, some people they're fine. Especially you get older, people get older, they be like, all right, I'm tired of these ain't shit motherfuckers out here. I'm just going to deal with, what I know. People are comfortable with what and who they know. So that's what keeps them from not venturing out. Especially if you see it's so many ain't shit motherfuckers out here, and they be like, well, if I'm going to deal with ain't shit motherfucker, I might as well deal with the ain't shit motherfucker I know. And as crazy as that sounds, it's the truth though. That's it. It's fucked up though. It's fucked up, but that's how some women think.
Did we do the dependability one?
No. Let me ask you that one. Dependability in a relationship between.
50 million things. I just use at the end of the
I know. No. Because I had double back. All right, so dependability in a relationship between genders. Now I need you to explain that one because I don't even know what that meant when I wrote it down.
So if you're in a relationship with a man or a female or whatever case may be, y'all live together. So when you depend on that person, sometimes you don't even notice that it becomes a thing. You just like if you all right. So you okay. So you live with your fiance. Mm-hmm. Okay. So how many times do you ask her to help you find something, but you never look for it?
It's very much true.
How many times do you leave dishes on the side of the sink or leave the kitchen a mess or the bathroom a mess and you already know she's gonna clean it up?
Yeah, I guess I get you there. That's what you mean.
How many times do you actually think about cooking, but you already know that she cooks very well, so there's really no point in you pulling out the pots and
You just gonna
pans?
put my business out there like that? Damn, you just put me right. Damn, you hit everything right there. Though I'm looking at myself like shit. I ain't hear shit.
No, I'm not. And like, okay, and then in the household, like, who takes care of the making the house into a home?
Most 95% of the time is women. Because you know why? Because guys get. This is when a relationship is called how people they get the heavyweight. That's also you get you get relationship, you get a heavyweight. No, that's a real thing. Like you see people go from $130, you be like, hey, you 250 now. What the fuck? Them home cooked meals, that should be different. Mm-hmm. See, that's what it be. Niggas be out here, they don't be hungry from the poppy store trying to get this.
I say that to say this. A lot of times men get very comfortable in the household with their significant other, and when she nitpicks at something or when she tells you to do this and a third, you get irritated. But in all actuality, it's something that you could have been did.
Very much so.
You could have actually, decided to do it yourself. Like, why ask me to help you find something that you didn't look for? Because I know where it's at.
Exactly.
Even if I wasn't just looking at it, I ain't been over in that section of the apartment or the house all fucking day. But you asked me to look for it because you know exactly I'm gonna find that shit in 2.5 seconds.
Now you got attitude because I do. It's crazy. I do that a lot, and that's wild because as men we never really even think about it like that. It'd be like, all right, You need the clothes washed, all right, you know she's gonna wash the clothes. You need the dishes washed, you know she's gonna do it. Like every once in a while, you be like, you need something to eat. All right, you know the home cooked meal is gonna be there.
You know
it's
that's
never,
gonna be
or even if the home cooked meal is not there, you know she's gonna make sure you eat. The right female. The right female. Some of y'all be with people that I don't even know. Like they don't cook for y'all, they don't clean, they don't do nothing. Y'all just fucking. That's it.
And it's a difference between. So what I'm talking about is when you have that dependability between genders. It's just like, what do females really depend on men for in the house?
Actually, that could go vice versa though, because it's a lot of. Well, not all men, but it's a lot of men that make sure the bills are taken care of too. So the women wouldn't even have to think about paying a bill. They know the rent's going to get taken care of every month. They never had to question whether the light's going to be on. They never had to question none of that stuff along the line. So it could be a reverse dependability too for the women too.
Know, that became a new thing in like the 21st century because there was a time when men would come home and hand their wife they check. So
some dudes still do that. I work with some old heads that still do that.
You paying the bills, but I sent off that payment. You didn't send shit. So, and all that's why you could have gave me a check and I could have deposited it and ran the fuck off.
Yeah, cause I know especially a lot of dudes I work with, they pass that check right into the account and they're paying the bills, but the wife is actually doing the actual physical.
What I'm noticing a lot with like around people my age, a little younger, it's that dependability is like it weighs you down from doing other stuff.
As far as what?
For being able to be yourself. I see a lot of my people, a lot of parents my age, like they struggle with being themselves, or being able to be on their own. Also, like you can't do nothing without the other person, and you're not gonna leave that person because you can't even do without what they giving you.
They're like a crutch.
Yeah.
Like a crutch, yeah.
Comfortability.
Yeah, and that's how a lot of people get stuck in relationships. I think we talked about it before. A lot of people get stuck in relationships that way because they were so dependent on another person. And they like, if they break that cycle of them going on their own, they probably be scared to. Especially if you've been doing something for so many years, that shit's hard to try to like you. You be single right now, and niggas be like, damn, they missed that meal. Niggas gotta do laundry.
I was about to say, it's only a certain amount of like men in the world that actually know properly how to take care of themselves, properly how to clean dishes, clean a stove, actually clean their kitchen so it ain't Ebola and E. coli and all types of shit.
Ebola
just sitting
and
on
E.
their
coli.
surfaces. I'm just saying, and some guys will be like, oh, I know how to do that. Like I lived on my own. It's just like when they move in with you was like, you was a nasty motherfucker because you didn't. If this was you living on your own, I don't condone it. I don't condone it ever again. But I mean, like in my household, when I don't want to, I'm not doing it. I don't feel like it. I don't care if I was sitting in that house all fucking day. I don't feel like it. It's gonna get done probably eventually. But that's just me because in my household, I like to be in control of certain things because I know it's gonna get done a proper way.
Right.
Like the way I wash dishes, the way I clean, the way I do my laundry, the way I fold it, put it away. It's going to be done the proper way. My boyfriend knows this. But if he irritates me, I'm going to let him know.
You gonna let him hear it?
Yeah, so fix
You
it.
could do your shit yourself.
Yeah, definitely. You
Chicks
can do
quick to
this
say
shit
you can
yourself.
do this shit yourself.
You can walk up these fucking steps, up and down these steps from the laundry room upstairs to fold. Yeah, you can do this. I'm not doing it today. How about that? Let's see how great you do.
Let me ask you this question. Why when the parents break up most of the time, the child stays with the mother and the father becomes a weekend dad? Why do you think that's the case?
You want to answer because you're the only one here at
A
parents.
weekend? Shit.
You're a parent.
Why?
You're
A weekend
a
dad.
parent.
You know why? Because most of the time, the mom has like, I don't know why, but the mom rather have it during the week than the weekend, because the weekend is when they get to turn up and let loose. To be honest with you, because during the week most time they're working or taking care of the kid, so they get to unwind. The dad, he's working during the week, no kids, and then the weekend come around, he got to take care of his kids. He's like, fuck, he can't unwind. It's kind of hard to be planning shit on Monday through Friday when or Monday through Thursday, because Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, they usually had the kid.
I disagree.
Why is that?
Because, all right, so if you in a two-parent household, y'all were good, y'all had the kid, y'all raising the kid and everything like that. More than likely in that household, because the guy is focusing on working and paying the bills and being the provider of the household, he's not paying that much attention to his kid. And when I say not paying that much attention to their kid, I mean you don't know their schedule all the way.
Right.
You might not know exactly what they like to watch as TV shows or favorite toy all the time or their favorite meal or everything like that, because a lot of time it's mommy. Mommy knows all of this shit.
Right, yeah.
Because a lot of kids, if you, I mean, come in all actuality in reality, a lot of kids look at their mom as this is my order. This is my, you know, order, law and order right here. Mommy is law and order.
And the dad is just, yeah.
you know, I gotta get away with some shit.
Not all the
like that.
time. Not all the time. But most of the time.
But you know more than likely you won't cross him as much as you'll cross your mother.
Right.
And that happens. So I feel as though when parents separate, a reason a child most of the time stays with the mother is because she has that order. And if all of a sudden it goes from the mom having that order to now the child is only with her on the weekend, now the dad has to take over that. You got to learn all this shit.
Yeah.
You got to know why they don't go to this dentist's office or doctor's office no more, why their insurance changed, what their insurance covers, what time, where you got to go for the pickup line, when is parent-teacher conferences, what their new uniforms is. All of that shit you got to learn. I'm not saying it's not men are not capable of doing it, but it's a comfort thing. I gotta and now some of them will push that and say like, I want to learn it. I need to know all of this.
Right.
And they'll be front and center for it. And then some of them take a back seat because you already know the mom is gonna take
Most
care of
time
it.
dad be like, what you need? How much money? What you need? You need some uniforms. You need some school supplies. Like I pay for a trip. Most of the time that's how dads are though.
Yeah.
Especially the dads that ain't with the like it was like the mom be like, oh, you need to your daughter, your son need to they got a trip coming up. You got any money? Da 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 da.
Yeah, and the only way it'll work better is if y'all separate and become, you know, single parents on each end, or I guess not. Well, yeah, kind of single parents on each end or whatever. The only way it'll work is if both parties are equally involved in the child. So both of y'all need to know the schedule. The emails need to be coming to both of y'all. Y'all need to both know what their insurance is. Y'all need to both be getting this information at the same time so one is not calling the other.
Correct.
But that only happens with people that take accountability and are adults.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that is
like
not
we
you.
said. Like we said,
Yes.
a lot of people don't take accountability for anything. That's a
not
toxic
you.
trait. Not toxic.
This part of the
Yeah,
episode.
toxic.
That's not for you.
That's a toxic trait. Not taking accountability for anything. That's definitely one of those toxic traits that sometimes people will never unlearn. Did I ask this question? 5 signs you feel protected in a relationship. So what are 5 signs you feel protected in a relationship?
5 signs I feel protected.
Yeah, 5 signs you feel protected in a relationship.
Protected or comfortable?
No, protected.
I don't.
You can do comfortable. I mean, we could do comfortable if comfortable is easier.
I don't have a particular sign for it. It's just a feeling that I have. I know comfortable is when I can take my wig off at the door.
Yeah, not to take the wig off at the door. Sitting by the door by some sneaks. You die.
So if you come in the house and I'm in my stocking cap, or you
Is there such thing as being too comfortable around your nigga?
Yes, there is. There really is.
Like, at what point are you too comfortable around somebody?
When you taking it? Well, no, I don't think that's.
You about to say taking a shit? Then I don't need you to be.
I don't think that's too comfortable.
I don't need.
Oh, that's cute. No, it's not.
Yeah, I don't need you.
I don't
in the
think
back.
it's too comfortable. I think it's just like if you having a conversation and it just so happened that you in the bathroom. Like I don't like to do it. Like I don't like to be the person having the conversation while you in the bathroom. But if I'm in the bathroom, you have a conversation with me, then okay.
All right, pops.
I mean, but I mean, it is a certain point you too comfortable in your relationship. Like it's just like you never leave something to the imagination. Like I'm not like for a female, like I'm not putting on my feminine products in front of my man.
Right.
Like that's certain things I'm just gonna keep to myself in the bathroom.
All of your.
You wanna know what a feminine product is? Yeah. I don't know. It just be weird. Like I don't want him talking to me while I'm putting the tampon on. Like it's just it's not a thing.
Niggas get skeeved out over that shit. Like yeah,
it's a mystery. Like I want to leave. Like you already know it's that time of the month. You already know what's happening, but you don't particularly need to see every moment of it.
You say that time of the month, niggas be like, I'm cool. We got you. You know what I'm saying? He be like, he be like, yeah, nah, I'm cool. They're feeling comfortable, yeah, I guess. I'm trying to think, is any other?
I don't think men have it.
What's that?
Like they feel when they feel like this, they too comfortable with their significant other.
That's because niggas is nasty. Niggas be start farting around you. Niggas don't give a fuck. Niggas is nasty. Niggas is nasty. They fart. They're like, yo, you stink, dog. And they're blowing the room. My bad. My shit, dog.
Like,
Girl be mad as shit at me. Really? Yeah, really? It's hot too. Come on.
I know. Like,
get out.
My boyfriend
like a dog.
My boyfriend he'll fart and then he'll try to kiss me.
Die.
Like
He trying to do
Go
the
to
sneak
fuck
attack.
it.
Ah.
I'm like, why do you have to kiss it this way of showing my love? Like, you're nasty. You're fucking nasty.
Oh man, some people let that. Some people show those that comfortability too fast. Can somebody being too comfortable too soon scare somebody away?
Yes.
You think so? Like they get too comfortable too soon, and you be like,
picture like you messing with a shorty like her second or third time spending the night over or whatever.
took the
case
wig
may be.
off already.
Oh, that or she.
Would that
farted.
scare you away? Yo,
she
would
farted in front of
would
you.
that scare you away? If a chick took the wig off too quick? Yeah, like y'all just started talking, you feeling her, and then she got a little too comfortable.
If my first link with her, she had a wig on, she took it off. I ain't gonna lie, I'm never talking to her again.
You never talk, you just done. You like, yeah, I'm done.
I'm cool. That's you taking too many big steps for me.
Some chicks be magicians out here though. They got the hair, the makeup done. They take all that shit off. You be like, whoa.
Don't catfish me early. I need to get comfortable too.
So you don't get catfish too early.
Yeah, don't catfish me too early. Like, let me keep up the facade until I feel like, all right, cool.
I seen something the chick said she got hatfish. Like niggas be wearing hats and they don't be having no hair underneath their shit. I said, yo, that shit was hilarious though. The post is she about to start making niggas take their hat off when she first meet them because niggas be out here, they have all beard and they shit be fucked up top.
Child be like, hi, my name. Take your head off.
You be all hatfish.
What you mean? Take my head off? Take that fucking head off.
That shit is funny. Yeah, don't get too comfortable too soon. Just too soon. Like give it a little bit. Like you start doing shit like that, the niggas be like, oh, what are we doing here? It's only been a month. Oh, slow down. Slow down. Moving a little too fast.
Hey, you know I'm wearing this wig, but I ain't gonna take it off in front of you right away. Right away. But
Yeah,
you know underneath, you know this shit ain't my real fucking hair. You know that.
That's cool.
take
Wrap
the-
that shit up. Put
Yeah,
that shit in
you
a bonnet. You want one of my do rags? I got a do rag for you.
He passed off the do-rag. He
Yeah.
died. He passed off the do-rag to her. He's talking about wrap that up. And he got the braids underneath there. Jones ain't looking right.
This why I do shit. This why I do shit at my house. So when I wanted to take my wig off and put it in my studio, put my scarf on, I could. I'm comfortable.
God. Now she got
my shit.
She got her wig sitting on your video
Because
game and shit.
if you had a nigga house, he ain't got shit. He ain't got shit.
She got the wig,
So it's like,
the wig sitting on the, and then the nigga like, what the fuck? This shit sitting on top of the PlayStation controller
I
and
had
shit.
a hair studio, but my wig was far out of sight and out of mind. You ain't
Now he mad. He using your wigs as mops and shit because you didn't. He mad as shit. Oh, you gonna come over here doing this dumb shit? All right, I got something for your ass. Nigga took the wig and turned that shit into a mop. Nigga mopping the floor with your wig and shit.
Oh, he
but
wanna fight.
but to wrap this show up, as far as identifying and unlearning toxic traits, how would you wrap it up for it?
Some things can be unlearned by choice and others by force. I don't know. Y'all motherfuckers know if y'all toxic.
Yeah, for the most part, people do.
A lot of this shit we
They
talk
don't want
about
to.
is
They don't want
everyday
to.
shit.
People do. They just don't want to admit it. That'd be a lot of the, a lot of it. They be like, no, I ain't toxic. And in the back of their mind, like, nigga,
Yeah, you toxic.
y'all know y'all toxic.
And I said a couple episodes ago, like, stop playing victim out here.
Yeah, you
Be
didn't. You just suspect.
Like, stop doing that shit, because you will meet that person one day and they will be like, yeah, I ain't dealing with this shit. And then your soul is crushed because you don't know what to do.
Not the now your soul is crushed.
I'm just saying.
Oh man, but like always, we definitely appreciate y'all for listening. Appreciate y'all for subscribing. Appreciate y'all for for everything. We was on live a little bit earlier. That shit was lit.
It was lit. It was
Yeah,
good
we got
shit.
shout out to the people in Sacramento, Savannah, Georgia, Hawaii. That was dope. Hawaii, Baltimore, all of that. And listen,
Of course, shout out to our Philly fam.
of course, shout out to everybody that listened to us all around the world, around the country, man. Because that's a dope ass feeling. There's one thing when you hear about it and you see it when you come to your stats, but when you actually talking to people, that's actually pretty cool. So definitely can't wait when we do our first event, man. That's get to meet. Hopefully, I'll get to come out. I know there's flights is high as shit right now, but hopefully
it's a short flight. This is on Spirit. You'll be
Absolutely, he said
all right.
you there and you out. But
Buy the first couple seats.
absolutely, by the big seats.
Buy the ones in the beginning of the plane. You'll be okay. Don't
Oh,
go to the back.
man.
Don't go to the back.
Hey
You know
man,
that shit
listen. Like we always say, man, common sense ain't always common. So put a little bit more smarts in the world. I had to write it down, so I made sure I got it right. Make sure
Why you tell everybody?
I had to. I'm keeping it big. We keep it real with
They know
y'all.
what you mean
I had to
by
write it down. Sometimes they be like, this nigga, he changed up every week. No, but definitely appreciate it for listening. If y'all need gear, make sure y'all hit up letsmakesenseofitpodcast.com if all your gear. And on that note, it's the Bull Vince.
And I'm Ash.
Holla at y'all.
Follow us on YouTube.
That too.
1,000 subscribers we're trying to get to. So subscribe, motherfuckers. Y'all ain't doing nothing else.
Holla at us.